What's up everyone, Matthew Monas here, and today I got to go hands-on with the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus. Well, mostly the S8. Now I'm not going to talk about every single spec, but I'll give you the lowdown on what I like, what I don't like, and whether I think it's going to be one of the best phones of the year. Okay, so here's what I like. I love the screen. The almost bezel-less display is a nice touch. It's absolutely gorgeous to look at, and because the edges are so smooth, it feels super comfortable in the hand. It's using a new aspect ratio of 2960 by 1440, so sort of the same idea as the LG G6. You end up with a longer screen and a more narrow body. There's HDR, which is great, but I'm unsure if it supports HDR10 and Dolby Vision. Samsung is calling it HDR Premium. Needless to say, the screen is absolutely gorgeous. It's hands down the most beautiful display I've seen on a smartphone since the Galaxy Note 7. The second thing is the size. I mostly played with the 5.8-inch version, and next to my P10, it's only slightly bigger. Even holding the larger 6.2-inch 7.8 Plus, it didn't feel bigger than my iPhone 7 Plus. In fact, after holding the S8, it was really tough to go back to holding the iPhone. Now, third up is the multiple ways to log into your device. The first one is using facial recognition, so it takes a picture of your face to log in, similar to Windows Hello. It's pretty fast, but it's obviously the least secure. Second is the Retina scanner. It's a tad slower, but a lot more secure. And finally, third, which is my least favorite, is the Fingerprint Scanner. The reason why I don't like it is because of its placement. Now you see, I use my phone with my right hand, which means I have to stretch my finger across the rear camera to get to the scanner. Now, if you do hold your phone with your left hand, it's not nearly as bad. Just expect a lot of camera smudges. Either way, there's 3 ways to log into your phone that are fairly secure. So hopefully this will urge more people to lock their devices. Now, I'm glad they got rid of the physical home button to make more space for the screen, but still found a way to make it feel like there actually is one. It's very 3D touch-like, vibrates when you press it, but gives the illusion it's an actual button. Finally, the last thing I like is Bixby. Now this is assuming it works as intended. The main difference between Bixby and let's say Siri or Google Assistant is that Bixby has a focus on making your phone much easier to use. So for example, I can say Bixby turn on vibrate, or Bixby open up Facebook and start a message. Now if this actually works, it will bring voice functionality to the mundane tasks you do with your smartphone. It looks interesting, but we'll have to wait until I can actually spend some time with it. Now for the things that I feel should have been improved. So the first one is the camera. It's the same 12 megapixel sensor as the Galaxy S7. On paper, that's not really a bad thing. The camera on this S7 is fantastic. Samsung says they have improved the camera experience by tweaking the software behind it. But I feel this would have been a perfect time to add a second lens or do something unique with the S8 Plus to give more of a reason to buy it over the smaller S8. Because right now, the only difference between the S8 and the S8 Plus is the screen size and the battery size. Next is the edge screen. So earlier I said it feels fantastic. It's smooth and most likely does a better job with palm rejection than previous models, but it's still a sloped screen and that can make typing uncomfortable. Again, this will have to be tested by using the phone for a longer period of time. And last is external speakers. It's not stereo, there's only one of them on the bottom. I wish Samsung had at least incorporated a second speaker into the earpiece. It would have made a big difference when using your phone without headphones. So that pretty much wraps up the main stuff that I like and don't like about this phone. Now, of course, it comes with the latest Snapdragon 835 processor, which made the phone feel very snappy. There's 64 gigabytes of storage, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and a micro SD card slot. Waterproofing is still there, but this time Samsung is actually encouraging you to go swimming with it. Fast charging, wireless charging, and the newest version of Bluetooth 5.0 is also packed inside. The only other concern might be the battery life, since only 3000 milliamps on the S8, but we'll have to see. Overall, I was quite impressed with how beautiful this phone is. It's definitely the most beautiful phone I've ever held. But is it actually worth it, especially for $720 US or $1,035 Canadian? Well, for my first impressions, if you have an S7, probably not. But if you're on a contract and need a new phone, this might be the best phone you can buy on the market right now. Obviously, I'll know more once I actually get a chance to review it. So that pretty much wraps up my first impressions of the Samsung Galaxy S8. What do you guys think of it? I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And as always, I will see you in the next video.